Shalom. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the other apostles of Great Millstone. And salutations to you, Akim, teach all truth and sincerity. Um, so I'm gonna call this video Meek shall inherit the earth. So I'm gonna read, this is Psalms 37, verse 11. But the meek shall inherit the earth and shall delight themselves in abundance peace. So the meek, uh, that that's the so-called, that's our people, uh, of the so-called Negroes, Latinos, name, man. Those are the meek, uh, the meek of our people who are gonna inherit the earth, um, and they'll basically they'll delight themselves in abundance of peace, which the meek will actually inherit the kingdom of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, basically. And they'll actually be at peace at that moment, which the kingdom of heaven will be on earth. So that's how basically they'll delight themselves in peace. Uh, so uh, verse 12 says, the wicked plotted. We read that again. The wicked plotteth against the just, and the gnash upon him with his teeth. So the so-called white men are the wicked, which plotted against the nation of Israel, and you know they plot and gnash their teeth against us, which they basically trying to find ways for us to just to bring us down even more, to subject us more, and keep us more under their ruleship still. Like, like we're held captive here, but everything is against our people over here, and the so-called white man, also keeps us from trying to know our true uh nationality and where we come from in the name of the Lord too. Even though we live in times where the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai has been pushed, is being pushed to the four corners of the earth, and people know that they're Israelites, and they know you know about uh everything, because we live in the information age, and the so-called white man's queendom is going down because the nation of Israel, the elect of Israel, are basically waking up into the knowledge of themselves. So, you know, Slovakia, you know, basically, Slovakia, basically, um, we, the so-called white man just plots against us. And and not just him, the other heathens also do it the same thing too. So um I'm read 13. Yahweh shall laugh at him, for he seeth that day is coming. That yeah, I'm read that again. Yahweh shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. So Yahweh is laughing at the so-called white man who's Esau, and he's laughing at his wicked ass, saying like your day to be a captive, your day to be a slave is coming, and your destruction is nigh at hand. And he's laughing through his prophets, his men. That's how the Most High is getting a laugh, because the so-called white man's queendom's going down, and the prophets are basically laughing. Are going to see are the ones that are, you know, Most High is laughing through. But the Most High is laughing at the so-called white man. Like he's having a good laugh at the so-called white man, because like the Most High raised up Pharaoh to show his power. It's like he's raising up these Edomites because the so-called white man is the modern day Egyptian. So he's raising up these, you know, so-called white people who are Esau just to bring them down and to show his power, to show his glory, his name, to show who brought these people up and who gonna bring them straight down. It's like when a boxer says he can beat this guy, he's so as an example, he's so heavily promoted in the media that this guy's gonna really beat whoever who is like Floyd Mayweather and uh what's that last uh Floyd Mayweather. I'm gonna use Manny Pacquiao. So what if Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather had a fight again? And Floyd Mayweather basically was let me use Manny Pacquiao was basically promoted in the media that he's gonna actually beat Floyd, and Floyd um and when we get to the match finally, Floyd basically stole and actually ended up beating Manny Pacquiao. It's basically like he gets so puffed up in the media, just like Most High's puffing up Esau, and he's puffing up Esau so much that when he bring um, the so-called white man's queendom down and burn it off the face of the earth, this final deliverance from this Egypt, this second Exodus uh, from the north will be very 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 televised. Everybody's going to be talking about this deliverance. It's going to basically overshadow and be more it will be more what's the word, amazing. It'll be more televised and stuff. The word, it'd be very very amazing, when it comes to this deliverance. So my next scripture is Daniel Daniel 7:18. So this says Daniel 7:18. But the saints of the Most High shall take the kingdom and possess the kingdom forever, even forever and ever. So the saints of the Most High, uh, who are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans are going to take the kingdom. We're not going to ask uh, to be in rulership. We're going to have to take what's ours, basically, because these so-called white people and these heathens, these top elite heathens, who the elites of these societies are not going to want to be taken out of rulership. They're going to want to stay in rulership forever and ever. But they so we're going to have to basically put our foot in their ass and take them down and put them in chains and take what's ours back, take our rulership back, because we are basically in captivity, but we basically are the royal people, and they are basically supposed to be our slaves. So we're gonna take it, and it's going to be the kingdom of heaven is going to be forever, and that's going to be our kingdom under Yahweh Shai's rulership, and the elect, the 144,000, and the nation of Israel, the kings are gonna rule under Yahweh Shai. Like the 144,000 gonna we're gonna be under Yahweh Shai's basic rulership forever, and that's how it's gonna be. It's gonna be the governing body is gonna be ruled under Yahweh Shai, the elect, and the it's gonna be an order in the kingdom. So but I'm gonna read I'm gonna precept that with Jeremiah 51 and uh and 20, and this just be a quick precept. And my last scripture is Psalms. Um this is Jeremiah 51:20. Thou art my battle axe, weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms. So the nation of Israel, the men of Israel, are Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's battle axe, weapons of war. Um, we are the ones that, you know, basically are the ones that are skilled in war and are skilled in doing the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, which is we're gonna break in pieces these nations and destroy their kingdoms. We're gonna tear down all these idolatrous nations, and we're gonna put them all in captivity. All these heathen nations are committing are idolatrous, and these nuclear missiles are going to basically tear down all these idol temples of these on these lands, and it's gonna burn up all this idolatries, wickedness on the earth. But when we come out them chariots, we're going to basically take down all these kingdoms. And it says in Revelations that Yahweh Shai had many crowns on his head, or he had many crowns on him. So all them crowns that these different heathen nations have, and all these crowns these countries have, Yahweh Shai is gonna take them down and have them all on him when we all go in and go hunting for our people and for slaves, because we're gonna put them on cargo slave ships. They're gonna be taken to uh, Israel, and they're gonna build up our walls. They're gonna build up our kingdoms, and we're gonna break in pieces these kingdoms. We're gonna get all these nations that are heathens. They're going to be our slaves, and we're going to break in pieces and tear down everything that they believe in, and put them on our rulership, and we're going to rule over them and give them the law, statutes, commandments. We're going to force them to follow after our laws, basically. Anyway, so my last scripture is in Esau basically wants to betray his kingdom and believe that his kingdom um wants to last forever. And so and this Esau's inward thought is who's the so-called white man. This so-called white man's inward thought that their this is Psalms 49:11. Their inward thought that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. They call them their lands after their own names. So basically, Esau's thought is for his household to continue forever. Um, and that goes back to that Psalms 37 and 11 and 13. It says that um, the Lord shall laugh at him, for he seeketh that his day is coming. Or so basically, um, I understand from the scripture is that Esau plots against us, the just. He gnaws upon him with teeth, because he believes that his wickedness against us will prevent us from receiving the kingdom prevent us from attaining salvation. And the more he afflict us and um and give us into wickedness, and he portrays wicked agendas upon our people, like homosexuality and other stuff, and putting feminizing the men, masculine, masculine, making the women masculine, and you know, just making us go against our power, and thinking that that's going to continue on. His kingdom's going to continue on forever, and think that's going to continue on. He's not going to be paid back for that. The Most High is laughing at that, and basically he's puffing Esau, thinking that nothing's going to happen to him, when it says in Revelations 13:9-10, um, that it says, "He that have an ear, let him hear." Uh, uh, the one that leads in captivity shall go into captivity. The one that killed with the sword shall be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints, and the saints are Israelites. Those are the meek of the earth. Those are the elect, are the meek. But basically, Israel are the meek ones. Those are the ones that are basically, at the bottom, and those are the ones that are going through, the curses and are in captivity. Those are the meek. Those are the ones that have to deal with this wicked ass heathen, who's the so-called white man, who's the devil, who's Esau, plotting against them, and trying to have us go against our power. But as the old saying is, payback's a bitch. And the Most High say, um you know you your pride will will eventually get you in your destruction. The so-called white man is a very prideful individual. So and the men of the Lord are going to laugh at these heathens, and at um these um these people who are wicked, that follow after the so-called white man's ideologies and agendas. you know and that's basically how the Most High Yahweh is going to laugh even more through his men, you know through the men that he set up to preach this gospel, basically, and its doctrine. So I'm gonna say all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahshua. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to you, Akim, teaching all truth and sincerity. I'm gonna say Shalom.